Yo, what's up guys? Coach Jonathan here with another whiteboard video, and today I'm coming at you guys with another topic that I have mentioned in other videos called N.E.A.T. N.E.A.T simply stands for non-exercise activity thermogenesis, and this is one of the factors that makes up your metabolism. It makes up, I believe, about 15% of the overall calorie burn in the day, which may seem small, but it really does add up over time. So I wanted to kind of make a whole separate video going over this in ways to increase your N.E.A.T, okay? So, like I said, non-exercise activity thermogenesis. All that stands for is what you're doing outside of intentionally working out. The calories that you burn doing just day-to-day things. So, some examples of N.E.A.T on here are walking and pacing. Pacing has its role. If you're on the phone for a business call, just talking with family members, whatever, walk around your house, walk around outside. Those steps do add up. Chores is another one. Fidgeting, just moving around. Standing, that's a very, very simple one, but you are burning calories doing that because your body's using energy to continue standing, right? Shopping, that could be a fun one, could be an expensive one. Singing, if that's something that you're into, and something as simple as chewing gum. I'm not going to sit here and say singing and chewing gum are going to be major fat burners for you, but they do increase the overall amount of calories you're burning throughout the day. So those are just some examples. The list could go on and on and on. I do think the biggest one and most underrated one is just simply walking. Just find time in your day to do things while you're walking, be intentional with it, and it will make a big difference. Fat loss comes down to what you do in the gym and what you do out of the gym. What you do out of the gym, obviously sleep and nutrition, those have their roles, but this is a big, big component. Be intentional about it and you will see results come. And if you're struggling, you're not seeing the results at the rate you want, just be more intentional about movement outside the gym, and I promise you things will change pretty quickly. So, very simple topic on here, but what I wanted to do is give a little example, a real life example from the past 2 days, and it's just the most applicable thing I could think of right off the top of my head, but I think it'll kind of put things in perspective for you guys. So, for example, on Monday, that is a day where I did work out. I worked out and I worked maybe 5 hours in the gym, all right? So my calorie burn that my Whoop tracked, smartwatches are never perfect with tracking this, but it gives you baselines. They're consistent. My overall day's calorie burn was 2,296 to be exact. That was a day where, like I said, I worked out, I was in the gym for 5 hours. So I was on my feet for about 5 hours, okay? The next day, Tuesday, it was a day where I was in the gym for probably 6 hours total. I did not work out at all, but I was just very intentional with movement throughout. I was moving around. I went on a walk with our dog. We were kind of just doing things throughout the day, but no workout. That's the big thing I want to put out there. That day, I burned 2,858 calories. No workout, just simply moving around, right? And when it comes down to weight loss, if you do not know this already, look at other videos on my channel, but it all does come into calories in versus calories out, taking a strategic approach with that, and just kind of dialing things in. But I burned more calories on the day where I did not work out than when I did work out, simply by just adding in extra activity throughout the day. My step count was higher. I was just doing more. It was just a busier day for me. So wanted to put that in perspective for you guys. Move around, be intentional with movement on your off days. And if you are someone who's watching this who does not work with us one-on-one and is looking to change your life, lose weight, and not be in the gym for a ton of hours every week, not eating the craziest, most boring diet foods in the world, what I want you to do is click below, apply to work with us one-on-one, whether you're here in Dallas or you're someone in another state. We have online options available as well. But click that link below if you're interested, and thank you for watching.